listeners and viewers. By today's topic, we're coming to discuss the running mate issues in Ghana. I think it has become very necessary that people talking about Bawumia's running mates, and they're also talking about age factor. So I did some research. I wanted to find out from the time of Rawlings to see was the age a factor in the first place before we look at it. Was the age factor? Was the race or where somebody comes from was a factor? So in the first place, let's look at Jerry John Rawlings. I'm going to just give my listeners and viewers years of each figure that I mentioned. I'll give the year. I'm not going to give the whole date of birth. No, I'm just going to talk about the year. So please bear with me because I don't want to, be more specific on individuals' year. All right. So I first of all look at Rawlings and J. Kufuor. I took it from that perspective. I didn't want to go beyond that. So first of all, Rawlings was born in 1947. So Rawlings came to power 7th January 1993. This is about the Fourth Republic that I'm talking about. I'm not talking about military regime. I'm talking about current Fourth Republic. And he started his governance in the Fourth Republic, on the 7th January 1993 to 7th January 2001. When Rawlings was nominated from the NDC as a candidate before being installed as a president, the vice president was called Nkansa Aka. Aka was born in 1927. So looking at the age of 1947 of Rawlings and looking at the age of Nkansa Aka, 1927, there's a difference of about 20. Okay? But we all know, say, for Nkansa Aka, Rawlings, your first vice president for Rawlings, BBC, Emma, Nkansa Aka, every vice presidency in this one. Now, I know, and Rawlings, as our power, another vice president. It's our history way. Say yanka, ya mofra na urban, and even cry ye mubi or hokra ye refi. Into Rawlings, as our power, John Evans Atamels. John Evans Fifi Atamels. Evans Fifi Atamels also. Sabi, Nami Onfa Nekra NCA was born in 1944. 1944. So, from Rawlings, 1947, picking a car, 1927. And now, with Evans, Fifi Atamels, 1944. Did Rawlings consider age? Someone will say, from someone who was 1927 and Rawlings, who was 1947. Let's recall, in our Ghanaian society, or in our Ghanaian setup, na difficult for mpenyimfo taking advice from the younger ones. What you say? So what ye Ghana ye set up no? You say openyi to abofrafo, akola ntu openyifo. Enti no, wo hwe ne si wo Rawlings any akantemo a ye hu se inchinyosho akoso e wo montem. Because they do baby a car beka bibi. Rawlings ya di bi na nya aka ne beka. But aka Rawlings no fi say I am the president. Enti ompre. Tu ba hwe ya a brown sample vice president no. Next will pay younger person. Even though Rawlings was young, until now we hear will be at least one in influence to be to my share. Atamels is 1944. So he chose Atamels with a difference of 3 years. In 2 says only PS and Napo. PS does not mean same age, but it's within that jurisdiction. Inti Emma Waneno in your bond, a be successful. What I say? Okay. Yamfa Ajekum Kufuor and so enye emfato ho. Ajekum Kufuor was born 1938. Ajekum Kufuor was born 1938. Ajekum Kufuor vice president no. Kufuor ekuchusu obi a waye 1947, which is Aliu Mahama. So between a year Kufuor and Aliu Mahama no age no is 8 years, if I'm not mistaken. What I say? Internet is a Kufuor ebetimi a control Aliu Mahama. Obetimi ne nakasa. Obetimi a chere ne onye. Because medical kase Ghana ye set up no. It doesn't favor say akola tu penyifo. Inti enam say ye set up no it is an inti no. Debia e wasa utimi nya obi a obetimi abre no ho ahye wase. Inti penyi intimi mbre no ho ase enhye akola ase. Inti yahwe ade biem. I'm giving you the chronological aspect in terms of Ghanaian setup when it comes to vice president. This is very educative and very informative. So, Kufuor also made so from 7th January 2001 to 7th January 2009. Pacho, yehuni eko. Now, NDC Saba Abemo, a year 2009. NDC Bayano. Na yewra John Atta Mills, Fifi Evans Atta Mills. Medical kase ya wono 1944. Nti ebra Evans Atta Mills Bayano. Ono so be choose a vice president. The age no 1958, which is John Dramani Mahama. Okay. It is say no, you should trend na Ghanaian setup no bem. Okay. Yes, our program where we want people to have a clear view of what is happening and why they do that. Okay, so Mahama, John Evans Atta Mills Bayern, I will choose Mahama, who was born in 1958. No, almost free sworn. Yensha Dibuwa Mahama free sworn. Ena Yewura Akufo Addo. Akufo Addo, so he was born in 1944. That's only Atta Mills in na age yepe. In thinking then Katamestias, and in fear wedding, the Sana Kufa sweaty. Maybe a bare difference in bare months, and I say, Dino. Now, Yura, a Kufuado, a cocopen vice president, no, or no so copo be obit me control, no, and as obit me a can be obit, you know. In talk of far, Dr. Mamudu Bawumia, or no so the age, 1963. So, Nyemper mekanin na se Ghanaian setup no. Ghanaian setup no. Abofren timi ntu panyin no. So I say, ewo ho. Pacho yabu baby say panyin tu abofrafo. Abofren timi ntu panyin fo. Enti ope Mamudu Bawumia as a vice no. Say Yanhwe Ebra Kufuado ewini 2016 election no. Still our name Mamudu Bawumia enenam. Ebra yewura John Dramani Mahama penny vice no. Okotusu Jane na Opoku Ajiman. Yanhwe ade bi wa ha. Mahama was born 1958. And wakwa tusu maami bi e friend no ono so ye prophet ono so no ye edin ewo one of the suapom ewo Ghana. Na maami Jane na Opoku Ajiman ono ye wo no 1951. Yanhwe ade bi wa ha o. Mahama when we need a year 2016 election no. Sabro the Jane na no Opoku Ajiman the coy when we need. The same thing 2020 or the Jane na Opoku Ajiman and the coy. Mahama in fear and the Jane Opoku Ajiman in fear then or mumie no term 7 years. I may draw statistics be actual. In our Ghanaian society, the reason Tia Mahama Okipu Jane Nana Opoku Ajiman, it is not about academic credentials. It is not about the quality. Any the nimudi bia. But me throw some statistics be. So we share Ghana setup, me the Ghana setup na eka asemo. No matter bema sokra na ni nuam ema me ye pedifo kra. Ye say bema ketua bi anim. Nti memma and the control Ghanaian setup. Okay? A memma and the control Ghanaian setup. Nti so we share in fear eda na no Opoku Ajiman. Senka ne vice beye bema Mahama ne vice ebeye bema enka ebeye dene edi ama Mahama in terms of amamuo no enhye ne advisor obeteki. But umienhwe ne yi. Umienhwe ne yi because ade ba ko a Mr. Emma Etiefo, Yanshadi. And Mr. Atta was also 1951. Jena na Mensa 1951. These two people, they are all from the Central. So Mahama, even though Opeki and Mr. Atta 1951, there is conflict. Adia Mahama experiencing from Uncle no Ben Mahama, a Ben Misata, even a wife, Ekasa, there were always a near maybe not to disagreement award name Mahama them. That is why they sideline a Misata for him not to even function properly. Atasi. Enunti ohwemu na Jane na Opoku Ajiman, so even though 51 no or your bar, so he can just wave himself out. Enti so woshe Evans Atamils age. Now the Beshe Mahama the age. Nanka a good trending age na ebeboa. But Mahama eko adaptee Jerry John. The first mistake or yeah any be. No pick will be a when you say no. It will be a when you say no. That means you want to break the Ghanaian setup. So how reform when a didn't say ebeba. Now, Yashe Mamudu Bawumia, the anticipated Napo, Matthew Opoku Prempe, I say Opeso Yen Vice. Napo is 1968. So clearly, from MPP, a year at the Kumkufor time, ABC, a year Mamudu Bawumia sono. There is a trend of Ghanaian setup age system. Penny in the two abofrafo, abofrenti mean to pennyful system. A basa even though abofra, it is not everything that you agree with your leader, no. There is something we call a submissiveness or day. Today be a yes a boss massa, yes a boss massa, yes a. So it do baby as a offer opinion you offer. But when it comes to the NDC, which John Evans Atamils got set some precedents be. Mahama Saba Edo Master go back. It's a better for you to get a smooth running of your governance. You share the leadership, as I say, a war. And I will pay and Crawford Nakomu Kasa a forefront of NDC during Rolling Star. And your munina chomo. Kwame na hoy num nua num nyina obi atwe no ho. Spio Gabra num Joshua Labinom. Just say omo ani enim of the forefront at that time no obi atwe no ho. If you say the gentleman Mahama seems not to do things right. So when Timmy pe obia obetimi na bondo na watimi no aye adwuma wa mamu no aye dene. Another critic a war science some American and so be and say Osha NDC mostly vice and neighbor. To watch NDC na mostly vice and neighbor. Into some vice eba standing the next election na. Yan free Rollins so. Yenyi call Akai free ho. Rollins free ho no. Evans Atamils in the buy. Atamils free ho no. Mahama and the buy. Okay, because Atamils was young, Mahama was young, so they can stand. Now, you share MPP. MPP seems to not be like that because they biaro omutuaba no mayomu de kani into kufuo free hono Aliu Mahama went to Myanmar for election for the people no to vote for him. Uma when we need such as here. And omudi yi obi fufro. Such as here. Ayana nado danko ekufuado. Say MPP and a buyer aye kufuado buyer Bawumia etimiso akọ election and on where we need as a vice. But all the time no NDC are not like that. They are all giving acclamation to one person. Nti enye nda kura no a ani yehu say omoye bia me yahwe a the bia no they go based on acclamation. Ya de ama we, ya de ama we, ya de ama we. It is ekoba se president say bia Mahama ewini na obenya sa 4 years no a me question ne say na Opoku Agyeman nimfie ewo no 1951 se maami ebewini a eye 2025 maami ebako mfie say so we need 4 years at the kind of one on a benny or no aside 4 years I can that be possible? Mami betimi aye. Maybe problem no. Age is a factor. 2, Ghana is not ready for a female person. Or my Ghana no, they are not ready for female. Because in Kramofo, now let me share analysis be. When you try be a certain part of be a touching my more and more, and the kunyina ye ni Kremoni bow your henny or your queen. And now NDC no strongholds no airway and the northness. And half of your stronghold Emma Oban Lidi won. So this statistics na a war surround Jenena Mensano. It will affect your election. You're going for 2025 presidency now. So it was a wrong calculation to choose a woman, to my best of knowledge and analysis now. Because strongholds no war away and the northness. Northness do not let women lead them. Omoko mosque rather married THD. I've never seen a woman Muslim who lead a whole congregation. Maybe just a women's sections. And these are some of the data statistics now. A beha NDC no. And an age factor also a relevance. To see a shiny sanwa, NDC will be a disadvantage. Here's NK97. You can add your comments, but let it be more professional and be guided by the community guidelines. Thank you.